Hello, friends. Welcome back. We are on day 15 still, and I am getting ready to prepare dinner for tonight. I'm going to prep it and I'm going to put it aside until I come back from the gym this evening, and then I'm going to throw it in the oven when I get back home and bake it up so it'll be ready to go. So, what I'm going to make today is meatloaf. And meatloaf can be very keto friendly if done, uh, you know, the keto way. So I just have some ground beef in the bowl here. Okay. I'm going to add one egg. The egg is going to help it stick together. Also going to chop up some onion, and I'm going to do onion, green pepper. I thought I had some, oh yeah, and some baby bella mushrooms. And we're going to put all this into our, hmm, that knife ain't doing right. Okay, get the right knife. There we go. So we're going to put all this into our hamburger and mix it all up together, and we're going to make a meatloaf. Um, so other than these items, I also, while I was at the store today, found this Hunt's sauce for meatloaf. Okay, so it's already seasoned and it's a sauce, and this has 7 total carbs, 2 dietary fibers, and 3 sugars per serving. And one serving is about a quarter cup. So when you think about when you're fixing things and you're trying to figure out what the carb count will be on this, I'm going to mix this in with my meat. And mix half of it in with the meat, and I'm going to pour the other half over the top. So I doubt I'll even be getting one serving of this in one slice of my meatloaf. Um, so it probably will only amount to 1 or 2 carbs by the time you eat it all together. So don't be discouraged in using things like this that may have some carbs in them. But the carbs, again, are not that bad. And when you subtract your dietary fiber out, even with 1/4 cup serving of this Hunt sauce, you're still looking at about 4 grams of net carbs per serving. Okay. So I'm going to use this, and I got my egg, and I'm going to chop up some onion and put some onion in there. Um, and then we're going to do the green peppers. Okay. And sorry if this is loud. I do have an earpiece in because the speaker on my phone doesn't work too good without the earpiece. So if this is loud, I apologize. So we got our onion all chopped up, and we're going to throw that into our pot or our bowl with our hamburger. And we'll save the rest of this onion for something else. And hopefully this here will be enough to where we can eat off of this a few days. It's just me and my fiance. So, if we can eat off of this a few days, carry us up to Thanksgiving, um, then that would be great. I won't have to cook again until Thanksgiving. All right, so we're going to chop up the green peppers, and the onion is starting to irritate my eyes, but that's okay. All right, so all right. So how is everybody feeling today? I feel good. My breakfast I didn't eat until 11, between 11 and 11:30. So I haven't even eaten lunch today. Um, I had a good breakfast though. I had 2 slices of bacon and a scrambled egg, and then I had some leftover spinach that I had sauteed the other day. And so I just threw that in with my egg, my scrambled egg, as I was scrambling it. I threw the spinach in there, and then I threw in some cheese as well, some shredded cheese. So I made like a little egg scramble. All right. I like to cut the green pepper up a little bit smaller so that it cooks through. Sometimes the bigger chunks, they don't um, cook all the way through and they're a little crunchy still. So cut these down. All right. And so this is our green pepper. We're going to throw that in our bowl with our onion. Okay. And then some baby bella mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I usually use the canned, but I had bought these for some reason the other day. I think I was thinking of an omelet, and I haven't used them yet, so I'm going to go ahead and use them now. And I'll use what I have left over probably for something to do with my Thanksgiving. Um, so I was thinking about my Thanksgiving menu. And of course, with COVID, we're doing a very small dinner. Pretty much just the immediate family. Not even grandma and them because, they're older and we don't want to expose them to anything. So we're just going to do a very small, intimate dinner. So we're not cooking too much. Um, Probably a ham and a turkey and collard greens, one of our sides. I'm going to make homemade cranberry sauce with my Splenda to keep it keto friendly. Um, I will make probably macaroni and cheese for the kids. Um, I'm not a big macaroni and cheese fan anyway. I mean, I like it, but I don't have to have it, so I'm good. However, the stuffing I do have to have. So I am going to make a cornbread stuffing, and I will indulge in a little taste of that for Thanksgiving. But what I'm going to try to do is load my cornbread stuffing down with vegetables and meats. So maybe I get more of the meat and vegetables than the actual cornbread stuffing mix or whatever you want to call it. All right, so we got some mushroom and we're going to dice up and we're going to throw that in our bowl. All right, and then we put our egg in there already. And since this is seasoned for meatloaf, I'm not going to worry about throwing any extra seasoning in my meatloaf. Usually I would put y'all, I got this old school can opener, and I don't open a lot of cans, so don't really have a need for a fancy one, but this is what we got, so this is what we're gonna use. All right, and I'm going to throw on some gloves because I gotta mix all this together. I just don't like it all to be on my hands, so. You can just go in if you want to just go in with your bare hands. I just prefer the gloves. All right, so this is our mixture. We got our onions, green pepper, our mushrooms, and one egg. And we're going to put half of this can in there with that. Now, meatloaf usually calls for some type of breading to kind of help it hold together. So I was in the kitchen looking at stuff, and I'm going to give you a few different options. All right, so the panko breadcrumbs have 21 grams of carbs, okay? So I don't think we're going to use those. These club crackers have 9 grams of carbs per serving, okay? And one serving is about 4 crackers. So I'm thinking if I put the crackers in this meatloaf instead, and again, you're going to crumble them up, so you're not going to be actually eating 4 crackers. So I'm going to do about 8, I'm going to do about 12 crackers. And I'm just going to crumble them up in here and mix them all together. And again, one serving is 9 grams. Okay. One serving is 4 crackers. This is a pretty big meatloaf. Um, so I have, I'm sure, um, one slice of meatloaf would not have quite one serving of the crackers. Does that make sense? In my head, it's making sense. Um, Maybe I'm just looking for a way to cheat, but so I can eat this meatloaf. But I think it's gonna be right. I think what I'm saying is right. That when you're looking at your serving sizes and you're using things to incorporate in your recipes, you have to think that you're not eating a full serving of that item, for instance, these crackers. So my meatloaf is all mixed in. Everything is mixed in good. Um, for this amount, I mean, I feel good about it, how mushy it is. I want everything to hold together in my pot, and I think that'll work. Um, so yeah, so that's our meatloaf mixture. Again, I used about 12 crackers, um, and it's mixed in here very well. So really, when we eat it, we're only going to be eating, I mean, a fraction of a serving because these crackers are kind of throughout the meatloaf and they're crumbled up. So you're eating maybe some crumbles of crackers. Okay. But to say, would you eat 4 crackers, 9 grams of carbs? I mean, if you had the carbs to give for the day, you would indulge in something like that. The panko breadcrumbs I wouldn't suggest because they're so high in carbs. So read your labels and know what's involved in your foods. All right, I gotta find a pan, and I have this throwaway pan. I like using throwaway pans for meatloaf and stuff because it saves me having to clean up. All right, so just throw it in your pan and make it into a loaf. I should have kept my, see, that's why I had them on because I didn't want to mess up my ring. All right, so just press it in and make it into a loaf. Okay, you want to leave some room around the edges so that the juices are going to run off, and then you can pour the excess juice off midway into baking. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to set this aside in the refrigerator for now because we're going to be going to the gym in about an hour, and I want to go to the gym and work out and then come home and eat it, and I want it to be hot. So when I come home, I'm going to throw it in the oven, and then I'm going to wash up and everything, and then by the time I get done settling in, my meatloaf will be finished. All right, so we have a loaf here. This is going to be about, let's see, one, two, so this will be about 12 servings. So what you could do is take all your ingredients, add the carbs up, and divide by 12, and that'll give you a net carb. An average carb per slice if all your slices are even. Um, So for instance, we had 9.